Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play The Legend of Blacksilver. In the last episode, we acquired the staff that we needed from the Citadel, clearing it out of the hostiles, or, well, things that went hostile after we started to attack them. And we also retrieved a signet ring from the elf that was located there. We're going to need at least that ring, I believe, for where we're going next, which is the next dungeon, the Marthbane tunnels. We're going to do a little bit of hopping around the towns, looking to see if we can get some better armor before we do it, but I think we're probably prepped, so if we don't find some good bar mail within 3 towns, that's it. We're going to leave and head on off to Hawk Temple and complete the quest. Let's take a look at our character stats and what have you. Oh, assuming, of course, I have focus on this window. 35 dex, 27 strength, 25 charisma, 39 endurance, and 41 intelligence. Of key notes to me were that we only gained 1 point of dexterity from Severall when he leveled us up to a warrior, which I thought was interesting, because I'm pretty sure he gave us the max dex the game would allow us to possess at this point in it. We also picked up 5 extra points of charisma when we showed the Hawk tattoo to the Seeker of the Hawk Temple last episode. As you can see, I've got 2 superb leaded clubs and 3 superb chainmails to help us in the dungeon when we get over there. Maxed out on our life elixirs. Here's our spell totals and current skills. We do have 10 silver coins to spend, so we'll be working on some spells before we get on off to the dungeon, but not before we visit a few more towns. Alright, so let's go ahead and do so. So, I think we'll visit 2 towns that I tend not to visit, and these will be the ones to decide if, or rather maybe 3, that if we're going to go ahead and purchase better armor. Hopefully they do have something better for us. Superb chainmail's really good, or rather it's really, well, is that right? It's adequate for where we're going, but I wouldn't mind having good bar mail. So if we can find a town that sells that, that would be amazing. Yep. All right, Tim. You already out of things to talk about? No, I don't think so. Let's see. First off, let's look at the spells here. Nothing I'm interested in. Hold on. So I do have something to talk about. I guess we should talk about it. We'll talk about it when we use the silver coins. I'm going to spend a little bit of money on some teleports. I'm going to buy 4 of these. Oh, almost no money left. There is a bank in this town, so we should hit that next. Beaverton looks pretty good for where the location. A marsh on the side of the coast. How much money do we have in here? Oh! You're an arms broker. Bank's up here. Beaverton Bank. How much money do we have? 9,979. Alright, so let's take out 500 of that. Just so we have some cash in case we're offered a red garnet. I'm not expecting any... Okay. I'm not expecting any weapons to be better than what we currently have. Those 2 superb leaded clubs will hopefully carry us through the entire dungeon. Gracehead hide is not worth purchasing. There's nothing else in this town that I'm interested in. Okay. Now, let's see what are these pictures are. Let's go to Glen Lake, I think is what it's called. All the way on the eastern side of the continent of Bantros. And if we don't see anything better there, we'll stop by Crystal Summit. They usually have some really good armor and weapons, but they're hideously expensive most of the time. And if not even they have anything better in terms of armor, we're off to the dungeon. Off to the dungeon. So in the meantime, what can we talk about? So, I fired up a few other FPSs to give them a try and remember what some of these older games that are like easily 10 years or so of age, or like, I began playing Amnesia. I'm not recording any of these at the moment, though it's always tempting to record the games that I am playing. Since a part of me, a screaming nug. Let's kill the nug. A part of me always, if I enjoy the game, feels like it would be enjoyable for you guys too, to watch me play it or listen to me play it in the background. So Amnesia Dark Descent, it still looks pretty good to this day, and I still remember the very beginning portions of the game. I think we played through that game twice on my channel. Once with Liz, a long time ago, back when that game was first released. Though I don't think I have that playlist on the channel any longer. It was a very poor quality, lots of volume issues. Back when I first started YouTube, I also didn't have an account with YouTube. I didn't want to give them my information. So I was only allowed to upload videos 15 minutes in length. In 2014, that changed. I gave them all the info they wanted, and then began uploading hour-long videos instead. Sniffler! Sniff this, jerk. I remember the very beginning portions in particular because I remembered when you first have to begin worrying about actual creatures looking for you in the game. It's hard to forget when exactly the first time you screamed was. So long ago. My goodness. Man, that really... Amnesia was kind of a really great, eerie game to play. Anyway, it's fun to fire it up again. I do intend to beat the game, though I don't intend to record it. 1 second. Oh, we have a bank here too. That's good. We can go ahead and leave money here before we head off into the dungeon. I've installed a mod to make it offer widescreen support and bump up the resolutions, as well as a few more odds and ends for a game called Clive Barker's Undying. I think I might, I'm not quite sure if it's still here, I might have a playlist of it on my channel from an age ago. I'm surprised how well it's held up. Like, the graphical improvements the mod added are amazing. And it added, it added a new renderer to it as well. The Vulkan renderer? It looks pretty good. I'm really, really happy with it. Gameplay's still good. I'm dying in that game. I was tempted once again to record this one too, because it's been a long time since I've played this one. And it's a decent game, all things considered. I really feel that like the BioShock games took inspiration from that game, and not from any of the games that Mr. What's his name? Kevin Levine has hinted at, because it plays very similarly, right? Your left hand's your gun. Your right hand is your plasmids, or spells in this case. Good chainmail. Not better than our bar mail. Alright, so then we're probably leaving. Slinging swords. Superb sword. We have leaded clubs, which are better than that. Alright. Do we want to stop by Crystal Summit at all? They're probably not going to have better armor. I think we're done, viewer. Let's go ahead and leave this money in the bank, and then head on off to the dungeon. It's got good sound effects in it, too, the Clive Barker's game. Which is important to me, because that means I already have 2 or 3 save spots in different areas of the game, so I can rip all that sound out of it and use it for my Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I love doing stuff like that. My players never really understand the amount of work I put into it to make sure that we have good sounding atmospheric, well, sounds. Amazar, I have nothing for you. I'm so sorry. We have no money, so it didn't matter what he wanted to sell us. We couldn't afford it. And what's another one you're playing, Tim? It's behind this screen. Can I move the screen? Oh, right. Northern Journey. Just decided I wanted to play that game again. It's been longer than 6 months since I last fired it up. The music and exploration in that game is fantastic. There's no real replayability from the last time I played it, but it's been long enough, and I really enjoyed the graphics for the game. Which is a weird thing for me to say. I mean, here we are playing a game from 1988 together, right? Like, there are much prettier games than this these days, but I still think this game looks good. And but overall graphics don't, as we talked about this many times, graphics do not matter to me overly much. I think you want to go here this way, don't you? Yes, you do. No howling terrorists today. Okay, stop in the temple first, so that this way we can get healed. Oh, I don't have enough money to heal myself fully. I just realized that. Our max hit points is 700. So this is not enough, but we'll still spend it, obviously, here. Oh! We have to leave. I don't have the money to open up the archives, and I have not done that yet. Okay, so we have to go back to a bank. We will go to Ironwood then. A few senior moments here. Oh, that money I put in the bank, we needed all of that money. Has anything else occurred off screen? Oh, I don't think I mentioned it. I did do Taragas's Mines another time off screen. So with those funds, I was able to purchase. Did I show these? I think I did. Purchase more glow tips, armor enchants. We have a few annihilates. I even picked up some nimble steps, multiple psychic protects, and additional light spells. So we're not quite as ready as we could be. I mean, I could do Taragas's Mines a few more times off screen to get all the money I want, max out all my spells, which arguably I should do. Because the spells get more expensive if we spend silver coins. But no, we'll do it with what we got. Dragon Wheels to the south. This is the weapon and armor shops. Oh, no, I don't need... Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to talk to you a second time. We don't need any food. Is there a bank in this place? I think there is. It's up here. This is it. So let's withdraw 500 bucks. That's enough for the archive. We'll need another 150, I think. Before we do that, though, let's see what's available for sale. Do we have bar mail? No. Shoddy chainmail. How about here? Castle Arms, anything better than a leaded club? Probably not. Nope, it's for a leaded club. Best weapon we're going to get at the moment. Alright, let's take out another. Withdraw. Let's take out that 142. The interesting dilemma of playing multiple different FPS games is the control schemes can be different in them, or some have things that the other games do not. So I always have to... I'm a little... What's the word I'm looking for? Discombobulated when I first begin playing any of them, if I've played a different one for some amount of time, as I get used to the controls again. Okay, back to the temple. All right. We should go up north to do the mages, but I want to be healed first. So we'll do that, open the archives, and then we will improve some of our spell casting. Hello, Sir Priest. 142. Would you like to tour the archives for 500 gold? Absolutely. The brothers of our temples maintain these archives as a holy tribute to Bantroth's life. Many of these displays are magical. Several are dangerous. Each display requires a special gem to be viewed. Once you've seen a display, you can often view it again with no gem. The archives are now open. I guess the only dangerous archive in Owl Temple was the Vase of Souls, which was shattered, so it was no longer something that actually would be dangerous. Okay, let's begin training some spells again. So, let's think. How do we want to start this? 10 coins. I think we at least improved the ones we were improving once each. So, Tongue of Flame. We get Lightning Bolt up. Glow Tip. Psychic Protect. Let's improve our Annihilate. Just once. Oh, okay. Oh, and I should be talking about this. I meant to talk about this and I didn't. Okay, so I went and looked at the manual, a PDF that I found online for this game. And first off, to my surprise, it details like the descriptions and a little bit of the combat techniques of every single overworld creature that you can encounter in the game. That's pretty cool. It also details some of the monsters, or maybe even all the monsters you can encounter inside the dungeon, though I don't remember it detailing what special attacks they all have. Anyway, because I was looking at the manual, in particular, I was looking for how did the skill levels affect these spells. Tongue of Flame and Lightning Bolt, it doesn't say what it does, but as we've seen, higher skill levels translate to increased damage that these spells do. Glow Tip and Armor Chant sound like the increased spell skills increase the damage that these do, not the length of time or the number of swings or hits that they last for. Annihilate is the range. Nimble Step is the chance to dodge traps, as we mentioned. Psychic Protect, it mentions it's only statistics it protects you from having lowered. And it's the effectiveness of the spell, which means it's probably a percentage chance that it stops the stat drain from occurring. Once again, I only remember one monster having a stat drain in this game, and that's the Mind Drill that we're going to might encounter in this episode. The light spell is the chance to resist being blown out, and teleport does not do what I thought it did. I thought, well, it does, and also doesn't. You do lose hit points when you cast it. It does not bring you automatically to the way up. It instead teleports you to a random location on the same level that you cast it at. So it's a cheap, I need to get out of here right now spell when you didn't want to use Annihilate to wipe out the things that are around you. I would like to improve Nimble Step to be above 60, so we're going to do that next. I did buy a few, and we're going to be casting the spell, so let's improve it 3 times. And then for these ones, let's get Armor Enchantment up a little bit. And a little more. That's Annihilate, Tim. Okay, we are hopefully set for this. First time I think I'm walking down here without very close to or more than 100 points in Nimble Step. We're all good with everything else. Let's head on down. Oh, right. And this archive, I have a map of this archive, I think, because this one was always confusing to me. Here it is. Okay, let's see. And all I have are initials. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 archives I count on this map for us to take a peek at. All right, so let's go ahead and walk around. We were given 2 emerald gems to spend here. And we could spend them on frivolous things, but one of them that we will not spend both on frivolous. That's a blacksmith that requires, I think, a diamond. And that's one we'll be opening near the end of the game. Well, that's a giant mistake in the map. Morning Star. So this is, it's green. This is going to take an emerald gem. We are going to open this one. This possesses a Morning Star weapon, and it's better than our clubs. So let's give it an open. As much as we abhor violence and death, the power of fine weaponry holds a certain perverse fascination. For this reason, we collect and exhibit weapons. That looks like a giant... That's either a giant Nerf weapon, given the pinkish actual... the ball at the end of the chain. But also, that's a bit unrealistic, the size of that. Like, that looks like the weapon the Witch King used in the Return of the King movie. It would be... I used to have an actual Morning Star, and it's quite a bit, like, smaller than that. Like, much smaller than that. You don't want to... That's really heavy and likely to really hurt you if you swing it. The chain's also a little small, but that might be a good thing. I did swing around the weapon a few times, and I was so nervous when I was swinging it, because you don't want that thing clocking you in the head and killing you. The iron spikes jutting from the surface of this Morning Star bear little resemblance to the shimmering rays of a waning star, but its cold, polished beauty is equally alluring. Do you want to borrow this item? Yes. Fight bravely. Do you want to keep this item? I think it's a great Morning Star. Superb Morning Star, okay. But we don't want to use it for the upper level of the dungeon, because an assassin can just shatter it whenever they would like. Oh, okay. No, and the exhibit we're looking for is right here. Marthbane Tunnels. There might be another emerald exhibit someplace here, but we don't need to go and look for it. This is what we're here for. I remember the picture on this being a Snapjaw rounding a corner to attack us. Let's take a look at this. I think it's a green dungeon. The wall. Oh, blue walls. Eons ago, when the evil lands of Marthbane perished beneath the ocean waters, one mountain was tall enough to become an island atoll. This jutting precipice contains the ancient Marthbane tunnels, once home of an awesome sorcerer. His vile creatures filled the grotto corridors. The power of this temple can transport you to Marthbane as many times as you dare. Would you like to go there? Yes. Okay. All that's left of Marthbane, that continent, is here. We can encounter Marthbane creatures here, though, if we were to walk around this very tiny island. But Marthbane mountainous monsters will, honestly, or probably kill us. Or give us a really hard time. I remember having to use life elixirs over here in this little, well, maybe not the island. We'll talk more about what's going to happen with Marthbane in the future. But they're tough. They're much tougher than the ones over on Bantas. Anyway, let me quickly make a save state. Before March. All right. Climbing gear is ready. Let's go ahead and visit the dungeon. Okay. As before, we're going to go ahead and cast the 3 spells that we want. Well, actually, more than this 3 spells that we want in effect for this dungeon. A glow tip to make sure we do more damage. An armor enchant. We already have it in effect. A light spell, so we can see what's around us. Oop, and we don't need this paper tin. We're not inside the archive any longer. We'll get a nimble step up. Because I don't trust my map at all, given how awful the mine one was. I'm positive I've missed some traps on this map. And then a Psychic Protect. I don't think we really need this until we're in the bottommost level, but it didn't expire last time we were here. Last time we used one for the entire length of the Taragas Lump mines. Or, sorry. Yeah, that's right. Taragas is correct. Okay, let me make double sure. Yep, Leaded Club is what we have. And viewer, let's get started. Hold on. The dungeons aren't blue. Like I guess that was just some artist's painting of the tunnel, not an actual like screenshot. Now, before we go too far, we need to talk about this particular dungeon and the cases we will find here. There are, if I remember correctly, 2 cases of importance. One case will give us 3,000 gold. Another case takes all of our gold from us. I do not remember the order that we will open these cases in. I just know that they're both in this dungeon. We will not open a single chest until we open the cases first. I want to know, I want to make sure that we don't lose all the money from the chest we're picking up. And since I don't know which one we're going to encounter first, if we get the 3,000 gold chests first, we'll open all the chests and avoid opening any other cases. On a return trip here, I can then open the other cases and maybe record a second run through Marthbane tunnels to show you what they contain. If we get the knockout gas first, then we'll open everything else in this dungeon. So let's go ahead. With that said, let's now get started. We're going to hug the wall to our left. There is no case according to my map. No white case or box on this level. So we can basically skip everything. And my map actually has coin symbols written down, which is useful. So I can see which of these chests contain gold and which ones have coins. The coin ones we can open, actually. Though there is none on this floor. We're not being followed. That is not on my map. That is not on my map. That urn that we see. Oh, hello, Scorepod. Well, let's go ahead and begin casting spells. And see how strong these things are. good news is we'll get a good feeling for it fighting an idol, because we can't rapidly kill this creature with spells. It's immune to them. Doing decent damage. 34? That's pretty good. I like those increases to our glow tip. According to my map, there's a trap to our left here. And there's another urn to my right here? There is no urn here. Okay. So my urn was placed incorrectly on the map. The way down is to our left. Let's head on down. You know, if you didn't care about the gold in these dungeons, you could save yourself some amount of time, the distance it takes to get to the chests, and the time it takes to open them by just avoiding them. I mention that only because that's exactly what we're kind of going to be doing. Oh, Thumper! I'd like to not lose the armor. The flame, and then we'll fight it. Okay, 100 hit points. Monsters here have about 100 hit points. Because our Nimble Step does not give us a 100% chance to dodge traps, it still behooves us to examine for them, rather than rely on it to save me. There's gold in that chest. We do not want it at the moment. We've only taken 70 damage. We can avoid opening urns as well. Okay, the first box. I know it's not the first box. That is either the... Oh, actually, I'm not sure. The first box may contain money. Let's find out what's in this one. A swarm of bees darts towards you. You dodge until they fly away. Agility +2. Nice! I thought that was inside the Taragus mines, not this location. Alright, the way down. Did it pause a lot? I think it did. That's interesting. Because that means we're fighting the mid-level creatures at this point. There's a box around this corner. That's the next one we're going to be opening. This feels like 3,000 gold to me. Let's see. If it is, we open no other cases. An aromatic vapor circles your head. You fall unconscious. Gold -197. Okay, so that was the one that took all the money from us. Now that we've opened it, it should be safe for now for us to open all the treasure chests in this dungeon. So we're going to back up to the chests we passed and begin opening them on this floor going forward. 328 gold. A bit metagaming of me, perhaps. And we wouldn't have lost too much money. But since we are playing the game, like, with a little bit of foreknowledge, I don't feel too bad doing so. Oh, that is not on the map. Nimble Step, I am glad I purchased you. All right, now it's on my map. Let's see. We're going to make a oh, back up. Fight you here. I like seeing us do 34 damage to these creatures. That glow tip improvement was really nice. We're definitely putting another coin into improving it some more. Okay, there's a chest down this way. Let's flame. I don't like fighting in this. That was an accident, but we'll do it again. I do not like fighting in T-splits and intersections. Okay, we're going to back up. Go back kind of the way we came. Oh, Tim, don't walk into it. Back up to max hit points. Bag of bones. I wonder why they didn't call it Skeleton Warrior. I mean, there's no bag here. I guess they just wanted to be unique. I mean, you kind of don't forget Bag of Bones. It is a rather unique way to refer to a Skeleton Warrior. But I still think Skeleton Warrior would have been better. All right, so we passed the way down sometime behind us. We are just going to walk around the rest of this level, though, to get treasure chests. Of which there's 3 more here. Oh! That's not on the map. Let's go ahead and mark it. Our nimble step didn't save us from that one. I have the red pen right with me to make sure I put these traps on the map after I walk into them. Viewer, do you know any video games that are dungeon exploration games like the Ultima Underworld series was? I've been in the mood to play one, and I can't think of any. Like, I've played Ultima 1, Ultima 2, and Arx Fatalis, which is basically the type of thing I'm looking for. A game that takes place inside a dungeon, and for the most part remains inside it the entire time. Nice, good work, Tim. I can't think of too many of them, though. Like a first-person exploration game of those sorts. Never did beat Arx Fatalis, by the way. Had a lot of fun with that one. Okay, that's all the chests. Well, sorry, it is not all the chests. There's a coin chest. Hello, Toad Colony. I don't like fighting here, but we're going to do it. The increased points we put into our armor enchant looks like assisting in keeping these creatures damaged to the equivalent of what we saw in Titus's mines. Okay, we have 2 monsters. We're going to turn to the left and back up. Here's the way down. This should be a silver coin, if my map is correct. All right, good for you, Tim. At least you marked that down. Now, this is every dungeon level in this game. Every dungeon increased the length of the dungeons, like how many levels there are, by 2 for all of them. But this dungeon is a little bit of a how to describe it? There is an 8th floor, but to my recollection, it is literally just like 3 spaces or so. There is not much in. Where am I? Bag of bones. Oh, okay. Let's teleport. We'll see how this works. Lost a few hit points. Now, I don't know where we are any longer. Let's see. Looking at the map. Is there a trap right in front of us? Not right in front of us. I can't tell where we're located, which makes this a little awkward. We turned east. I am a little lost. Very rarely do I ever use teleport. This is mostly because I was just curious. Okay, so hold on. So I'm staring. Where am I staring? I don't know the direction. There's a chest in front of us. It's some distance away. We are at a T-split. Nope. I still don't know where I am. I'm looking south. And there's a chest. I still don't know. Okay. I am... The way up? Is there a way up here? There is not. I'm facing west. Okay, I think I see where I am. If I double back a spot, make a left, go up here and turn right, is there another chest right there? Yes, okay. And this is a coin. Okay. Whew, okay. I know where we are now. My goodness, teleports are tricky. They are an emergency spell. Not one I will be casting very often. Because getting lost is very detrimental to our health. We left quite a few other chests. There's quite a few. 1, 2, 3 chests. We want all of them, though. Okay, we're going to double back the way we came. And there will be a trap. And then there's a chest a little further ahead. Okay, yeah. Then you know where you are. Spells don't work on them. We're going to turn to our left. Back up. We're fighting now with our back to a wall. Multiple skeletons. Each and I. We'll use a single one. This one. cannot remember if the nimble step lasts for a certain length of time or a certain number of traps that it helps you avoid. I still don't know what these do. I'm beginning to think that maybe the scroll was warning us about a creature that might be able to do something to us that's like, it's not a dungeon monster, but a world monster. Something we would encounter in the above ground. Maybe like the screaming Nug can like lower our endurance or something. Because I don't remember sludge heaves doing anything to me. Ooh, behind. We're going to advance up. Oh, there's a trap right in front of us. Never mind, we'll turn. Sludge Heave, let's see what you do. If you do anything at all to me. Ooh, sorry, Growler. You pop right in front of me. Get a free swing. This we're going to leave here for our return trip. We're near the way down. There's a chest here. I want this chest. We're going to back up. The way down is just up ahead. And now where are we here? Oh, that's interesting. How does that work, Tim? We have several ways up here. One of which doesn't lead to any place on my level 4 map, here that we're on level 5. So I want to see where that goes. Does that go up or does that go down? That must go... the arrow must be drawn incorrectly. Okay. Oh! That's nasty. Holy crap. Not on the map. Alright, is now. That's been fixed. Fixed forever. Thank goodness. Oh! I'm not where I thought I was. That was on the map. Okay, I'm in a different spot. There'll be a box to our right. You find a small cake and a scroll reading for the weary traveler. Eat the cake? Absolutely. Let's do it. So I don't remember what this does, but there is an option that you get in the final dungeon in one of the cases where there is a flask that smells like almonds, and there is a known poison, like there's a poison in our world that I think smells a bit faintly of almonds, and that flask is poisonous. And I think you have to drink like 8 life elixirs to keep yourself alive after you open that flask. I mention it because I don't remember any of these other choices being bad. Let's eat the cake. It tastes great. Agility +2. What's agility? They must mean dexterity. Yep, dexterity +2. or 5. Okay. This right here is where I thought I marked that. Wow! So right here is where I marked down the trap that I thought I had stepped on earlier, where I said it wasn't on the map, but it was. And it turns out there's another trap right here on the map after all. What are the odds of that? Come on now. What? That's just silly. That is so silly. One of these coins needs to be spent on Nimble Step. I guess we are going to be improving it sooner rather than later after all. Toad Colony eats 12 days of food. We're going to back up. You have materialized out of nowhere, Growler. I think we learned in Legacy that the creatures can move through walls. Because I think we had one appear behind us in a dead-endish area. Oh, why did I examine? There's no traps down here. Well, at least not according to the map. Which has been wrong twice so far. I must have done it on purpose. I must have, on purpose, not copied over some of these traps to make it more exciting. Which it is. And probably more entertaining for you guys at home. It's a lot more frustrating. It's a good thing I didn't, like, give these maps to one of my niece or nephews to play this game and help them out. Only for there to be missing traps here. There's no traps on the map for this. Alright, so hold on. So according to my map, there is a way up here. Okay, that's got to be a mistake. That must be a way down, not up. And it's still not... We don't see it when we examine, but it will be there later. It'll make sense a little later. 22. Eventually, you will not actually be using magic flames against enemies that are not directly in front of you. Because once you have a bow and arrow, like a ranged weapon, it will probably do more damage than your magic flame will do, even after you've improved it with all the silver coins. For Sludge Thieves viewer, I want to see what they do. I want to see if there's some special attack that they do. So I'm not going to cast spells at them to finish them quickly any longer. Silver coin is on my map. Go ahead and rush all the way south here for another chest. Bag of bones. I'm gonna back up so we're in the corner. This way, if we get attacked by something else, we can turn to the left to deal with it. Okay, where am I? The way down is to our right, but there is a white case up ahead. We're going to go to the case first. Okay, let's see what's in it. You hear a chorus of soft whispers. Turn back before you die. Good thing there's no, like, fear effects or the like we have to worry about in here. Would be neat if there was an effect in one of these cases that stripped all the spells off of you. And you made you recast them, just as a one-time event. Okay, we climb down. Level 6. Oh, wow, hello! Once again, well, no, we'll use a flame. I do want this to be a little faster. We're taking big hits. There are traps. I remember these being ceiling traps all around this chest. Wow, good for you. They're all ceiling traps, right? And so is the other one behind you. Oh, there's something special in this chest. I have a coin written here, but that's not what this is. A yellow diamond. Okay. We'll go this way. We fought a sludge heap. Sorry, my mind's thinking, do we have to worry about deeper dungeon monsters? We do not. Not quite yet. Just want to check if we're being followed. We are not. Pretty profitable, this place. Still have not used a healing herb. That's likely to change as we go lower. Remember, every single level that we descend, creatures, even the same ones that we've seen before, get tougher. We want all treasure chests. We'll include this one. Ooh. Uh-oh, behind us? Okay. We'll use a bolt. Oh, Snapjaw! And it paralyzed us. Hopefully nothing walks behind us. This gets awkward really quickly. Oh, only 7 damage for that attack. It laughed at us. And we took emotional damage. Sure was missing a lot. I'm not gonna complain about that. I feel kind of bad for the poor Snapjaw. Okay. Where am I again on this map? Okay, I see. Turn around. And get this treasure chest. Oh, back up. 31 damage from this. Must be some sort of psychic damage it gets to do. Reminds me of a creature from the Lone Wolf books. In, what was it called now? Castle Death, Book 7? It's not an eaten eye. It's like a floating brain with a tentacle that hangs underneath of it. That if you don't have Psi Screen, uses a psychic attack on you and you just die in that book, if I remember that that bit correctly. We go down to the opening on the... Oh! On the right. Where was that? That was... Oh, no, that's on my map. That is on my map. I am not where I thought I was on this. Okay. The healing urn is up ahead and to the left, not to the right. I want this. Back up. Let's go get that chest. One of these days, I will sit down and play through the entirety of my Lone Wolf books. Raphael Perry, another YouTuber that I'm subscribed to, he does some read-throughs of the Way of the Tiger series, which is another choose-your-own-adventure or adventure book series that I myself own. I bought the reprints of it when they came out many years ago now. As I look over there at my shelf, I can see how many of them are there? 4, 8, 9 books waiting for me to actually get to them eventually. Let's get another silver coin. And let's see. Okay, there are 2 ways down on this floor to the level below. Both are what I'm going to call correct ways down. In other words, they don't lead to like a dead-endish type of floor below us, where we'd have to come back up here to find a different way down. We're not going to take that one, though. There's another one. Hello, Eaten Eye. There's a chest kind of near it. Stop, Tim. Where are you? I don't think this is the trap. Okay. So the other way down is here. So we'll want to go down. Turn to our left. Back up. Another Snapjaw. Lots of you down here. Oh! We should be using our Superb Morning Star at this point. Completely forgot about that. And we looked at that exhibit for some reason. It wasn't to not use the weapon, so... Okay, that's effectively this floor. There is an urn. I'm going to leave that for our return trip. And now, for the first time, I think we will... Well, in this playlist, we will see the deeper creatures. Okay, let's get started. We'll start by going to the right. There's an urn in the passage to our left, which is also a small dead end, so we're going to back up into it to open this urn. Being followed? We are not. Nothing here. Sorry, viewer. I'm thinking about where we want to go. There isn't a whole lot of treasure chests or items I see on one side of this dungeon. So if we stick to our left, that's a better idea for us. But not that way. That way leads right to where we just were. Angletooth is what I think this thing is. This is the cat, like, saber-toothed ghostly thing. To my knowledge, they have no special attacks. Angletooth, yep. Or is that Angel Tooth? That's Angel Tooth, not Angletooth. This is the creature that can snuff out your light. I think it's called a snuffler. No, it's called a shadow fiend. Nothing like a snuffler. Our Psychic Protect does not help us against this. Wow, this is tough. All right. We need to start every battle against these monsters with a spell to help us. Shadow Fiend. Aha! I suspected we were being followed. I do not remember this monster, what the name is. I do not think it has anything like a special attack associated with it. I probably want to say it can drain like our dexterity, but I don't think that's correct. It's a needler. I like this thing in particular because it looks like it's flying towards you when you see it in the distance, and then it lands to shred you to bits. Oh, hold on. There's a chest there? That is not on my map. Let's go get it. And there's a box, which is also not on my map. That is here. Now I'm not sure about the other treasure chests on the other side of the dungeon, so we might go there after all. We might as well grab this box. I feel like some things are following us. Oh, the crate is empty. Okay. I was incorrect. There is no 3 plus 3,000 gold in this dungeon. It must be the next one that has that in it. We do not need that way up. Well, there was an urn marked on my map here, but I do not see it. Another Angletooth. Oh, looks like it's some sort of like robe-wearing flying monster. And like we can't see what the hood is hiding. There's an urn down this passage. Eventually. No food in these today's. Oh! I want to turn around here. Let's use an Annihilate. We haven't used one on them yet. Our Psychic Protect is not at 100. So there is a chance, I believe, that it could fail to protect us from a mine trill. I don't want to turn around and see one staring right at me, and then have to eat an intelligence reduction. There's a treasure chest up here. We may as well grab the urn. Alright, that is almost the chest. There's one more left, I think, on this floor. There's a coin. I think there's several poison needle traps here, right? And there's another one in this corner. Nope, ceiling trap. Oh, by the way, viewer, there's something I forgot to mention that is different, I believe, in this game from the original Legacy of the Ancients game. Are we being followed, by the way? We are not. I don't remember, don't think it did, but I don't remember Legacy of the Ancients having an end that was available to you inside a dungeon, which is the case here. We don't need that urn. That is what we're here for. This way down. And here's the king. Now, you can kill him. You can kill him, but you're not getting out. I did this last time, and I think it's rather humorous. Get a good look at the king, viewer. I want you to remember what he looks like, okay? Remember what he looks like. Okay, when we get back to the castle, remember this. Remember this. What we see in front of us, okay? Okay. All right. Let's talk with him. I am King Durek. Do you come to help me? Yes, of course. I fear you have been caught in the same trap that imprisoned me. Unless... Do you carry my signet ring? Does this mean that, like, he adventured into this mine? No, he was kidnapped and probably placed here by Taragas, I think. We do carry your signet ring. We carry a signet ring. We will assume it is yours. In times of distress, the ring will return me to the castle. I fear it can do nothing more than give you a route of escape. Silence. Noble adventurer, I am in your debt. May we meet in better times. You can't get out of this room if you kill him. Your teleport doesn't... This is the only thing in this level of the dungeon. Your teleport doesn't bring you anyplace else. If you kill him... Well, you get to eventually starve to death down here after you eat 329 days of food, in our case, for example. So, all right, let's get out. Now, we didn't explore every single inch of the upper levels, but we would not have found some of these ways down that we see the ways up to 2 here. This is a rapid way to climb levels and only exists here in the Marthbane tunnels, I think. No other dungeons have something similar to this, if I recall correctly. This will bring us up a few levels. Yep. We come up to this floor. There's another passage right in front of us. There's nothing behind us. It's a dead end. We walk up here. We climb up. We get to avoid level... The rest... We don't have to do level 7 again. We don't have to do level 6 again. All right. So we've already done everything here, I think. We want to go... Okay, I see. All right, climbing back out. trap in front of us. Did we leave the urn down here? We did. Oh, we don't need it, though. Well, we don't need it. There is no trap here. I was just about to say we don't need that urn either. 11 days of food eaten. Still think it would be an amazing monster if it did nothing but eat your food. Because that, you know, I mean, with our life, granted, life, if it was like 12 days of food per attack, you slowly lose your food. But you can't heal that with life elixirs, with 30 life elixirs. So it's actually something you have to pay attention to. But then again, everyone would just buy 999 days of food before going into a dungeon if they were worried about toad colonies, which they would be worried about. So I guess in the end, once again, Tim, you have a cool idea, but well, it wouldn't actually be that cool. Okay, we're on level 4. I'm pretty sure we cleared out everything in this dungeon level. Oh, hello, Growler. Ooh. Another one of you. Pack hunters. Two slime splotches. We didn't get that chest. Well, let's fix that. Can't leave 100. Oh, I see you. We're gonna climb up. Okay, we're right. The upper level dungeon monsters were only on levels 1 and 2. Oh! Are you a different Eaten Eye? Or are you the same one? It'll now be behind me if there was another one. Okay. It might have been the same one. Off screen, when I did do Travis's Mines once, I climbed up to a prior level, and the monster that was in front of me climbed up instantly and was right in front of me and attacked me again. So maybe they can go up through floors. We're on level 3 now, Tim. Okay, so where am I? Okay, I see. So we want the level up. We're very close to it. And just in case we walk up here and there's an assassin right there that immediately breaks our weapon, back to a leaded club. Now, we left all the loot on this floor, so we are going to walk around and get even more treasure chests. I really thought there was 3,000 gold in a chest in this dungeon. I thought both you get a lot of money and you lose all your money was in this one. Okay, let's start getting the rest of this dungeon cleared out of the loot. And I mean, I don't know how much we made, but assuming nothing absolutely horrific happens, and this is not on my map, assuming nothing absolutely horrific happens, we're walking out of here with quite a bit of profit. Erp. Let's back up to a safe spot. Oh, I like that we can see the trap and the urn underneath of it. The only thing you can't see underneath flying enemies or past them our other enemies. Ah, there's the food urn. Was wondering where you were. Wonder what type of food is inside urns in these dungeons. There are 2 more chests. No, 3 more chests in this dungeon. We should get them. Come on. I might have made a mistake and there might be something important in one of them, so we should open them up. 235 gold. All the way down this long passageway. Aha! We're being followed. Oh, more food. Ugh. Assassin! Assassin has been assassinated. Just because we brought extra weapons doesn't mean we want them being destroyed. Pearl-blooded clubs will sell for quite a bit at Crystal Summit. Alright, that's all the chests I'm aware of on this floor. Now we're back to level... Ooh! Level 1. Only 7 damage, though. Not so worried about this floor. Thumper, I don't need to lose our armor. A little faster. Let's get the treasure chest that's right here. Oh, Kapak! Sorry, I was looking down at my map. I apologize for bumping into you. We will kill you now. There's another treasure chest. Not too far from us. Let's go get that one. Oh, slow score pod. I would rather be in this T-split than there. Weapon. Weapons damage improved. It's good enough for me to know that the glow tip improves our weapons damage without needing to actually try to see how much it improves it by. In other words, I'm going to cast it whenever the option appears when I'm in a dungeon, even though we're on the uppermost level of it, because I just don't want to take any significant damage from these monsters. Oh, come on. 3 urns of food. There are 2 more chests in this dungeon. Oh, and we got that one already? No, I am looking at the wrong spot. Ooh! That was on the map. Just walked right into it for no reason. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong place on my map. Around that corner is a chest. Okay, that is it. We are done with this dungeon. 1 hour 24 minutes so far. But we knew this wouldn't be a long one. Or at least I did. Marthbane Tunnels is a bit deeper than other dungeons we've been in. All right. Out we go. You don't get any strength for climbing down up dungeons this time around. That was only a legacy thing. And guys, I think we'll just stop here. When we come back, we'll handle everything else. So we'll get healed. We'll go back to the castle. Remember what the king looks like. Remember what the king looks like. Remember. Remember. You'll see why I'm chuckling when we get to the next when we see him again in the castle next episode. All right, I'm gonna take one step to the west, and guys, we're gonna end the game. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.